Okay, in this activity, we are going to create the sex mix, the weighted average contribution, the weighted average contribution margin, and that of sales. And we'll just create the table, and I'm not going to link it from the input. So the first thing we need to do is to open our Excel workbook. So you locate your Excel file where you saved and you've been creating these things before. Then first and foremost, we create a worksheet called Breakeven. This worksheet, whatever I'm going to create here, will also change it later on. So name this worksheet Breakeven. Breakeven. Okay. Now, quite well. The table we are going to create is this. So we are going to look at this table. So we get this information right here for the sake of the sales price. So for the pastries, packaged cake, and blueberry muffin. Okay, so one thing we're going to do is our input sheet gives us some information that we're going to use. So I'm going to copy out this table. I'm going to copy out this table and I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to paste it here. Now mind you that it's not a table right here. Okay, it's still a table right here, but I'm going to convert it to range. I don't need it to be a table. Convert to range. We'll make it a table later on when we are doing our project. So these are the products. These are the products. Now I'm going to create a column here. So I will insert a column, insert column. So this column is going to carry sales price. And of course for sourdough loaf is 3,500. For pastries was the sales price for pastries. For pastries I think is 2,250. Packaged cake 4,500. 2,250. Packaged cake 4,500. And for blueberry muffin the price is 3,200. 3,200. Okay, so our units produced still remained our units produced. Then we are going to calculate the variable. Okay, we also have the variable cost. Let's get the variable cost. Okay, so variable cost, I'm going to still create another, insert another column here, insert column. So here we'll get our variable costs, VC. Let me just put it variable cost per unit. Okay, I'm going to reduce this thing like this. I'm going to still reduce this one so that I will let the thing be wrapped. Let me wrap it. Okay, so and increase the font size to a kind of 16. Okay, so variable cost per unit, here we have 1,455. Here we have how much? We have 1,150, 1,800, 1,250, 1,150, 1,800, and 1,250. Okay, so here is our units produced, still remain the same, but we are going to remove the zeros that is following. It's not supposed to be there. Okay, the units are just supposed to be like that. Okay, so what next? Here we are going to calculate our contribution margin per unit. Okay, so contribution margin per unit. So let us also add another column here. So this one is going to be contribution margin per unit. Okay, so our contribution margin per unit is the sales price minus the variable cost. So this is going to give us equals this minus this. Okay, so we will just fill it up. Okay, so this is the units produced, which gave us this. Because we really need to use the exact figure, so I'm going to remove all these things here. Let's add total here. Okay, so this totals is going to give us the total of everything here. So I'm going to get the total of this, which is equals sum of this. Okay, so that's 500 and can you just, okay, so 550, that is the total here. So using the total to get this, I'm going to say equals this divided by this times, okay, you can just put percent. Okay, so oh sorry, yeah. Okay, the reason is because this place is supposed to be absolute. This place is supposed to be absolute, so I'm going to this is E6, so this I will put the absolute basically in the number. Okay, so that settles it. Okay, so now we need the percentages, the decimal places per se. Okay, so here I'm going to get our sales mix is already there, so we're now going to calculate the weighted. So this is going to be our weighted contribution margin. Our weighted contribution margin is going to be here. Okay, so here is going to be our sales mix. So this is our weighted contribution margin, which is going to be this times this, our contribution margin per unit times our sales mix. So we are going to say equals our contribution margin times our sales mix. Okay, then we will bring it down. Now this place is going to be also the sum of that place. Okay, so that is it. Now let me format here. All right, let's reduce the, now this is not going to be in percentage, it's going to be in number. Correct, so I think we will reduce the like this. Okay, so this is the weighted contribution margin, so let's reduce this also. So we have 1889. Okay, so what it means is that finally the we are going to also do for that of sales. So I need this and this. Okay, I need this, the product, the sales price, then the sales mix, then I will now get the weighted sales price. Okay, so I need this and this, then I will need the sales mix. Okay, so let's put it here. Okay, so the next thing here is to get the weighted sales price. Okay, now our weighted sales price is going to be this times this. Very simple. So 2 equals this times this. So we drag it down. Okay, so we're going to get a sum here, equals sum of from here down to this place. Okay, so that is it. Let me actually format this. Right. Okay, so this is a price. Now I'm going to reduce the decimal places. I think 2 decimal places is okay. Okay, so that's it. So this is the total that we need. This is the total that we need. Okay, so that's how to get the calculation right. So here we've gotten the total that we need here, and we've gotten the total that we need here. So for the revenue, you simply multiply and you get it. So that's it for the, when we, in our next session, in the next lesson, we are going to talk about go seek and data table, which we use to calculate the break even. Then in our project, we will now link this from the input worksheet.